So over the past few days, the weather has been, how do I say, immaculate. We're talking 70 degrees, beautiful breeze, just like this. You really can't beat it. But what's weird is that it's the end of February and I live in North Carolina. And weather like this doesn't usually come until the spring, which it is not yet. So this video is all about taking advantage of the good weather whenever you get it. And we are wasting daylight. So let's get after it.
Something that I try and do whenever the weather is nice is keeping a clean car, and I mean mostly the exterior. I know there's drive-through car washes that cost $10 and take less time, and whatever the case may be there, but there's something kind of fun about doing it by hand. And with that said, the terrible weather would make that a really awful experience. Cleaning your car in like 45 degrees would genuinely be awful, but given that it's been 70 degrees mostly this week and even in the 80s today, it just made sense. So it was time for the first wash of the year. The last video that I made was all about getting away from your desk when you're working, and I took my own advice when making this video. I set up shop on my back porch with my laptop, with a water bottle, and just sat and kind of worked through a couple of different projects. And it definitely wasn't my most productive work session of my whole life, but it was a nice change of pace, and it was very, very, very welcome, just given kind of everything that's been going on. When I get away from my desk, I notice that I end up working on what I like to call random tasks, which are things that I wouldn't usually do when I sit down at my desk. Most commonly when I'm sat at my desk, I'm working on scripts for YouTube videos or podcast notes or editing videos or whatever in that kind of space. I have some top secret stuff I'm working on for my podcast, and so I've been working on those kinds of things away from my desk, things that kind of require a little bit more creativity and whatnot. It's kind of weird to have two totally different workflows just by moving around. I don't really know how I fully feel about it yet, but maybe over time it can be made into a tool. It's too soon to tell now, but I will definitely be continuing when the weather allows to get outside and get away from my desk.
Also, too, let me know if you guys liked the kind of format of the last video that I made last week about kind of working from different locations. Let me know if you like that style of video, more like, I don't really know how to explain it. I would say like video essay kind of vibe. Let me know if you like that. If you do, just tell me and I'll make more videos like that for sure. I think that this video will kind of feel similar to that by nature of kind of what I'm shooting right now, but let me know if you liked it, because I do not mind making videos like that. I actually really liked the workflow for that, so just let me know.
So if you didn't pick up on it from the last video, when the weather gets nice, I love spending my time out on the trails. And with the weather becoming nice this week, it was sacrilegious to not get outside. It's interesting, and probably like the most kind of fun thing universally whenever you're out there is seeing how everybody else kind of interacts with nature or being outside or whatever. You'll see kind of regular hikers or people who are fishing or people who are setting up tents, and it's all just interesting to see how other people are taking advantage of the nice weather. I'm somebody who likes to run on the rocks and climb around and kind of explore and scramble around and stuff like that. And I also bring generally all of my camera gear with me whenever I go out to the trails for photos or for videos like this. And so because of that, it's important for me to get to like kind of unique and interesting places, which requires me to walk on sketchier areas, you know, just loose rocks and slippery rocks and through the riverbeds and stuff like that. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. And so I had to make sure when the weather was nice to get out there and walk around on the trails.
Much colder than expected. Holy crap.
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night.
All right. How pick-me of myself. Brought my book on my hike. Totally didn't just pull my bookmark out of my book without even opening the page. That was almost a tragedy. We're golden though. I remembered what I was doing, so good job me. I've been reading this book in a lot of the videos that you've seen kind of recently. Atomic Habits, you probably know about it already, seen it on TikTok or Amazon, whatever. It's been like a #1 like self-help type book forever now. I'm like 65 pages in, and it's very good. I genuinely do enjoy reading this book. Just been sparse as far as time. I talked about that a little bit on last week's video. But it's good stuff, Atomic Habits. Not that it needs another verbal vouch, but it's good stuff. It is kind of funny and ironic. My intention for coming out like onto this hiking stuff was to get away from like my desk. I talked a lot about that on the last video, so check that out. This isn't really a plug for that, but I came here to read one chapter, and I just did, and it was literally like 8 pages. So I'll probably read a bit more, but it's just funny that was how that kind of went. This is my favorite part of the whole like nature area. You can check the B-roll now, but it's kind of like as far back away from the parking lot as you can get, so there's usually never anybody here. And it's also just like the most vibey type of area. So here we go, check the roll. I think that just generally, it's important to like take advantage of the weather when you get some decent at all, especially here. Like I said in the last video, it's been raining a ton. The weather's really been brutal, and it's been like mid 70s, like low 80s the past couple days. Obviously it shouldn't be that way. It's gonna definitely like rain or snow or something crazy is gonna happen weather-wise coming up, I'm sure about it. But while it's here, I'm taking advantage of it, which has obviously been what this whole video has been about. It's fun to kind of do that, and I recommend that to every one of you guys too. If you got good weather, don't take that as something that just happens. Take advantage of it. Get outside, have some fun, do something with it. It'll be a lot better for you. So get out there, explore. We don't all live places where the weather can always be great. Maybe you live up north and you get a lot of snow. Maybe you live in the desert and it's like 150 degrees sometimes. But when you get weather that is, dare I say, perfect, you have to take advantage of it. And hopefully this video kind of shifted you into that same perspective. So get outside, have a little bit of fun, go exploring, and take advantage of the good weather when you get it. I'll see you all next week. Peace.
I fell in love with a bad hoe when it broke my heart, and now I'm haunted by her shadow. She told me, boy, you are.
All right, time to wash the shoes out. This is about to be so cold. One of the few negatives about the Chacos. Not that bad. It was way colder the first time.
Asshole, you know that's a lie and you just wanna start a battle. I fell in love with a bad bitch. Now her shadow's leaving, got me running, trying to catch it. She told me, boy, you a savage. She gon' post a pic so she can diss me in a caption.